Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Today I thought I'd show you the knives I carried for the first week of 2023. And this is going from January 1st, Sunday, to today, which is Sunday, January 8th. I might do a weekly video, especially if I carry a few knives during the week, just showing what I've been carrying and using. So this would be like week 1. Next week would be week 2 of 2023. But yeah, so for this week, the first 8 days, I carried 5 knives, and a couple of them I'll switch between them quite often. And yeah, just get started. First knife I started out carrying on the first was my only Christmas knife. My son bought it for me, and it is the Crescent 3.5 inch flipper spear point. But yeah, this is a tank of a knife, and overall I really like this knife. It's not small, it's not lightweight by any means. It's got very budget steel, 5CR15 MOV, stainless, but gonna have to sharpen it quite a bit, quite often. You use it, a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's a 8-inch overall length knife, got 3.5-inch blade on this thing. They call it a spear point. I just like the design of this. Got this nice wedge up here. It's a hollow grind. Yeah, even though it's hollow grind, it's still pretty thick behind the edge. Pretty thick blade stock. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, they call it a harpoon style blade. Must be because of this, which has excellent jimping on it. GFN handles, budget handles. Full stainless steel liners, which are not milled out, and they're pretty thick, so that adds to the weight. A nice deep carry pocket clip. The clip is recessed, the screws are flush. Small, it's kind of wide. It does say Crescent on it, and it's Crescent on the blade, but carries nice clip. They did the clip right. But the action on this thing is phenomenal. I mean, it just drops shut. It does ride-on bearings. A $20 knife with good bearing system. But yeah, just like that, rockets right open. Ergos are excellent on this thing. No hot spots. A huge sharpening choil that you can choke up on, especially if you have skinnier fingers. But yeah, overall, this has been a pretty awesome knife. It's still holding an edge. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I have used it. And yeah, pretty awesome knife by a tool company for $20. I mean, they sell these things at Lowe's. That's where he got it from. Other places. But yeah, so Lex is out there howling because his mother left. I carried this a couple times on the first, and then like on Wednesday I carried it for half the day. But from Christmas I carried it a lot. So that's one. Second one is an oldie, but I started carrying it. I've been walking every day. We've been going into the woods. I just kind of grabbed it because of the color, and it's an awesome knife. And that's the Benchmade Griptilian, the full size. Got the orange polymer handle on it. S30V steel blade. The axis lock. It's called the Griptilian. Definitely has a lot of grip with all this texturing. These little jimping on the handle. I mean, there's jimping on the handle here, 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 plus on the liner, up here on the handle and the liner, and up on the blade. Kind of fat handle, hand filling. Pretty nice knife. Not super light, it's 3.8 ounces. If I didn't say the weight of the crescent, this thing's a beast at 5.2 ounces. This thing was like literally pulling my sweatpants down. I was walking with it one day. But yeah, the Griptilian's awesome. You know, not much to tell about the Griptilian. Just an awesome knife, so it's an awesome knife, but yet I've only carried it sporadically. It's never been like a EDC knife that I carried all the time. But yeah, I like having it, using it. Now the next one is my son's knife. His wife's grandfather gave it to him. And I wasn't too impressed at first, but the more I mess with it, the more I like this knife. And it is a CRKT, and it's the M40-03 deadbolt. This thing's pretty dang cool, and it's cool looking, right? It's tactical. The best feature of this, get that out of the way, is what they call the deadbolt lock. Kind of works like a button lock. In a sense, you push it in. Far as I can tell, it is a very solid, durable lock. This thing has absolutely no blade play. You can see on the back side, you push it in, that part pops out. There's two prongs that actually lock into the blade, so when you push it, moves them out of the way. And yeah, overall it's cool. And this isn't no small knife either. 8 inches overall, 3.5 inch blade on this thing. It has 4116 stainless steel, a tough steel, but then again, it's not gonna retain its sharpness forever. You're gonna have to sharpen this. Spear point blade, nice swedge on top, and that's pretty thin, kind of like a false edge. Hollow grind. It's not drop shutty. It's definitely breaking in for me using it. This thing has thumb studs that work as thumb studs. They're really the blade stops, open and closed. See how that works. Stainless steel liners that have some milling. Now the handle got aluminum bolsters up here. Then this is GFN, and it's kind of milled out. And I don't know if it'll show on this camera, but it's kind of like carbon fiber. As you turn it and light hits it, you can see black lines and then the gray lines. It's pretty cool. Got a smaller deep carry pocket clip that's reversible, left hand, right hand tip up. And on the other side, you have a little filler tab, so that's cool. The clip is recessed, and it has one little button head screw, only one screw. I kind of worry about having only one pocket clip screw. It's easier for one screw to come out than two screws. Barrel spacers in the back. Blade centering is dead on. But yeah, not the most fidgety knife in the world, really, because it's not drop shutty. Definitely getting better. But yeah, the more I mess with this knife, the more I like it. A little bit too expensive for me to spend $100 or a little more on this. But yeah, this thing was 50, 60, 70 bucks. I'd definitely get myself one. So I carried this off and on. Monday I carried it for a while, most of the day. I did grab this when we went walking. Then I came back and I carried this. I carried this for half a day Wednesday. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually carried it more than that. But check this out. The CRKT M40-03 deadbolt lock. Next one I haven't touched in quite a while. It had lock rock when I got it, and it got a little bit worse. And I put it away. Then I decided I was gonna try to do something with it. And I really liked the knife when I got it, and I still do. And it's the Civivi Cogent. Cool knife, button lock. See if I can do this left-handed. Right there is the button, and it just falls shut. Flipper, G10 handles. I got the purple. I thought the purple and black looked pretty cool. Again, not a real small knife. 7.88 inches overall length. You got a 3.47 inch blade. It's a flat grind. They call it a clip point. I guess it's a straight clip point. Steel on this is one of my favorite EDC steels. It just works for me. I have no issues with it. 14C28N has Civivi's like black stonewash finish. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed carrying this. I carried this Thursday and Friday for 2 days straight. Got nice jimping up here on the blade. Fits my hand good. Any shorter, it'd be too short, or my hand was any bigger. But I always say I wear extra large size gloves, and just enough handle to fit my hand good. No hot spots to say. Sometimes I do feel that tip of the clip, because this is the longer Civivi clip, which is done okay. The clip sits on top of the G10, but the screws are flathead screws and they're flush, and it is reversible left hand, right hand tip up. Stainless steel liners, they're pretty heavily milled out, and obviously it runs on Civivi's ball bearing system because action on this thing's awesome. But yeah, I'm glad I finally got around to fix it. I virtually got all the lock rock. I can't feel any right now. But yeah, centering is dead center. That's after I tore it apart. Anyways, how I fixed it, it did have a lot of blade play up and down. So I took it apart, disassembled it, took all the pieces of the button lock out. There's a spring, kind of like in a ballpoint clicker pen. I took the spring and I just stretched it a little bit, put it back together. It was kind of finicky putting back together, and it worked. And the reason I knew to do that was I watched a Neves Knives video where Jared actually did it. I believe it was on the Cogent, but he showed how to do it. So if you want to know how to do it, I'm not going to do it again unless it acts up. But you can go Neves Knives, search through all his videos. You'll find it eventually. Does a great job explaining it. But yeah, the Civivi Cogent, definitely going to get carried more. Yesterday and today I'm carrying an oldie but goodie, also what I consider probably in the top five or so EDC knives. And the reason I got this back out is because they're coming out with a new one that's a button lock, and I already pre-ordered it. It drops in a couple days. Hopefully I get it soon. And it is the Civivi Elementum. Like I said, you know, I think this is probably, for me, one of the top EDC knives, general EDC knives. I kind of throw this side by side with the Benchmade Bug Out for EDC carries. Can't beat the Elementum. Very simple, very classy looking design. This one is the S35VN steel version. Again, it's got the Civivi's black wash finish on it, which I really like. I have several Civivi knives with that. But yeah, just a good EDC carry. Like I said, I haven't carried it for a while. Carried it the past couple of days. I'm really liking it. But, you know, by chance you don't know what a Elementum is, they come in different steels. They come in D2, S35VN. The new one's coming out in Nitro V. There's Damascus. They come in so many different colors and stuff. Handle materials, micarta, wood, brass, copper. I have the copper one. That was my first one. But yeah, I mean, what you get is a nice classic drop point, shaped blade. That's a hollow grind. Fairly thin behind the edge. Slice is okay. Overall length is 6.99 inches. Blade length is just under 3 inches at 2.96. I got, this one's a JG10, natural G10. And when I got it, I was going to dye it, but I kind of like the black and the jade. I think it looks good. But like I said, all kinds of different colored G10. There's micarta, wood, copper, brass. I think there's a more expensive one, maybe. I don't know. Might have one in titanium. And pretty lightweight, 2.7 ounces. So, yeah. Awesome little EDC knife. Just a smidgen too small for me. I wish it was just a little bigger. Excuse me. Now I'm getting the hiccups. But yeah. Anyways, those are the 5 knives I carried for week number 1. The first week in 2023. So I guess that'll do it. Do the usual like, comment, subscribe. Until next video. Bye.